What's going on? I'm continuing reviews the sequels of the original shows. So today, I'll be doing a review on a 2020 and 2021 HBO Max original series, and this one is Adventure Time, Distant Lands. The show was based on the original Adventure Time show from 2010 after unfortunately ended and got cancelled. Adventure Time, Distant Lands is currently airing on Cartoon Network, and currently streaming on HBO Max as its original series, Amazon Prime Video, and Apple TV. After the events of the original series, this collection of specials follows the adventures of Finn the human, and his best friend and brother Jake, a dog with magical powers to change shape and size at will. Finn and Jake live in the post-apocalyptic land of Ooo, where they interact with the other major characters, such as Princess Bubblegum, Marceline the Vampire Queen, and BMO. Common storylines revolve around Finn and Jake going on the titular adventures, discovering strange creatures, and battling monsters to help others. The writing is just as great as it was in the original series, as it captures its spirit and tone wonderfully with its humor, sense of adventure, suspense, drama, heart, and charm. It also still has a fair amount of action and emotion, does a great job of expanding the world building, and while it can be lighthearted and fun, it also still makes room for some more dark and serious moments. However, it's not completely perfect. While the first three specials were amazingly well crafted thanks to their mature themes and storylines, the fourth and final one, Wizard City, was more clunky and didn't feel right, mainly because the fourth one was a last-minute addition. This series was supposed to end with the third one, Together Again, and honestly it should have. The action scenes are still very exciting and intense, such as BMO and Y5 confronting Hugo, Marceline and Bubblegum taking on Larvo and the Glass Demons, Finn and Jake encountering the Ice King after escaping from the ice cream caves. The show manages to have the same level of heart and drama that the original series had, and this does lead to some pretty tender and emotional moments, like the relationships between Y5 standing up to her parents, Marceline and Bubblegum's relationship, further details of Marceline's backstory, and the strong friendship between Finn and Jake. The series still manages to have the same solid sense of humor that the original show had, such as the witty banter and dialogue between the characters, and some of the gags. The animation still has its iconic look and looks even better than ever. The characters all still have their solid and recognizable designs and fluid movements. The backgrounds are still very well crafted, and there are still some pretty solid effects. The characters are all still their same, lovable selves that we've come to know, and they even get some further development that makes us feel for them even more, like Finn, Jake, Marceline, Bubblegum, BMO, and Peppermint Butler. This series also has plenty of new characters that manage to be pretty likable too, like the rebellious Y5, the silent but helpful Olive, the wise CGO, the wide-eyed and brave Glass Boy, the kind see-through princess, the quirky Kadabra, and more. The villains in these specials are more of a mixed bag, as there are some pretty solid and menacing ones like Larvo and New Death. There are a couple of lame ones like Hugo and the Dark Magicians. Many of the original voice actors return to lend their voices to their respective roles, and they still do a solid job, like Jeremy Shada as Finn, John DiMaggio as Jake, Nikki Yang as BMO, Hynden Walsh as Bubblegum, Olivia Olsen as Marceline, Steve Little as Peppermint Butler, Tom Kenny as Simon, Ice King, and Ron Perlman as the Lich. There's also plenty of new voice actors brought in to voice the new characters, like Glory Kurta as Y5, Simone Giertz as CGO, Michaela Dietz as Glass Boy, Charlotte Nicodeau as See-Through Princess, Tom Herpich as Mr. Fox, Chloe Coleman as Kadabra, and more. The music is still pretty solid and well composed, and like before, it really captures the show's lighthearted and dramatic tone. And what is my verdict on this sequel? 9 out of 10. While this isn't as strong as the original series, mainly due to the final special, this is still a very worthy successor to one of the most influential animated series ever made.